Hello and welcome to day number 115, and in what is swiftly becoming a habit, not really set up fully for a vlog entry, like no lights or anything like that. The tripod's not on a stable position. You're actually on the sofa with me, just because it's kind of late. Like I'm having to run around quite a bit. Unfortunately, my son is ill. He's got a bit of a cold, so he keeps getting blocked up and waking up after not very much sleep, and he's upset because he's having trouble breathing. But he doesn't understand that you need to blow his nose. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's been a lot of tears over the last couple of days. So, yay! But, nevertheless, here we are. Welcome to day one of Mary's Mini number 2, Dietary Boogaloo. And that is what I'm calling it, and that's what I'm labeling everything as, so there. Of course, why not? So, how's things been going? Well, I was technically meant to start this yesterday. This entire sort of Mary's Mini thing. What with having to go to the hospital for the gallstone attack, I stuck by the rules pretty much solidly yesterday, but I did have a banana. Today, no such problem. I have stuck by everything exactly as I should. The thing that I will say, to sort of go along with that is I do really want to eat a banana or something. Like I had this massive hankering earlier on when I was serving up my dinner tonight, to just have some slices of bread with it. Just like normal white bread. Or like some rye bread or something like that, just something to mop up the sauce, and have that slightly not potato carbohydratey taste. So that's been a little bit of a struggle today. I know that there's probably like a lot of people who would say you just come out of you've just come out of being admitted to hospital, like in an ambulance with sirens going and stuff, they thought it was pretty serious. Maybe cut yourself a bit of slack, but I don't want to do that, because when I was eating according to the Mary's Mini previously, no problems. When I have the cheat days, that's when oils and fats and stuff start sneaking in, and that is going to exacerbate things more. So if I stick to the Mary's Mini rules, I'm not going to land myself in a lot of pain. I mean, fingers crossed, touch wood, all that sort of stuff. Not even superstitious, but at this point I'll take any help that I can get. But anyway, so things have been interesting in that department, just diet and stuff. I've really wanted to have certain things, but I haven't. I've resisted. Lunch. Let's actually cover the foods and stuff. So lunch was this. I actually put a picture of this up in the Facebook group for people who are following Mary's Mini earlier. That is Asian style vegetables in sweet chili sauce, cooked in sweet chili sauce, just a little bit with a bunch of water to distribute it pretty much. And then dinner was this, which is I made Creole, a Creole dish anyway. So I followed the instructions as closely as I could from Atlanta Creole, whose link is up in the corner. I think that one. I can never remember the orientation on the camera. I'm fairly certain it's that one. So Atlanta Creole the channel posted not a great deal of time ago a potatoes and green beans recipe, and I sort of pop up and thought, ooh, that looks pretty good. Now I've always been interested in like Creole cooking and like Southern cooking and stuff like that. Like I've mentioned a couple of times like wanting to try a gumbo at some point. So I figured like start off this Mary's Mini, let's try that. And because I had the stuff, I thought, you know what, let's give it a go. So I didn't have green beans. I had what's called princess beans, which is pretty much exactly the same thing. I mean, like, I've got them here. Like, this is what's left over. Like, those are green beans, pretty much. I think it's just like the ones that aren't like chopped into chunks. So yeah, the only things that I changed is I don't have better than bouillon over here. So I just use like my salt-free, veggie stock mix, which is like dried vegetables that you just pour in hot water. So I just splashed in a bit of that. I use the Princess Bohnen instead of the grüne Bohnen, instead of the green beans. And I threw some broccoli in there as well, just because I love a bit of broccoli, and this way I got to have some, as opposed to waiting up until like tomorrow or the day after or anything like that. Yeah, like all of it really good. Like that was really nice. It's surprisingly salty, actually. Like I was really surprised by that. Like there's been no salt added into it in any way, shape or form. And it's really a really savory dish, and you know, like the liquid that was in the pan in the big pot has formed this sort of really nice vegetable-y gravy stuff. It's very thin and watery, but it's still like a gravy sort of thing, and that's what I wanted the bread for, to mop that up, because oh man, that would have been nice. But never mind. We're sticking to the rules. We stuck to it last time. I lost a ton of weight. Like I lost a lot, and in order to sort of keep on track with where I want to be, I need to lose more than I do when I'm just eating normally, let's say. So I think having a couple of days off and then doing another 10-day Mary's Mini, and then another few days off and doing Mary's Mini again, seems like it's probably a good way to go about things. As well as that, you know, like obviously I've got this health complication that I didn't have before that now I have to be very careful of. So if I stick with a Mary's Mini, then that cuts out the thing that's going to cause me to have another attack or another problem and risk hospitalization again, you know. So, hey dear. Right, what else have we got going on? What else do we have going on? Oh, I got a doctor's appointment sorted this morning. So Monday morning at 9 a.m. I go to my GP. Well, what I would call a GP anyway, just like the doctor who I'm registered with, and I've got some printouts. I've been doing a little bit of research and printed out a whole bunch of the things that people have sent me, and yeah, like I'm gonna go along on Monday and just discuss what my options are, if there's like a non-surgical option, if surgery is the best way, or if it's just like the swiftest way or whatever, you know. Like I can actually go through with my doctor, like I've changed my diet, I've done a lot of weight loss, and to have it crop up now, did I just delay things by eating healthier for the last couple of months? You know, would it have been like if I'd gone and had like a couple of extra takeouts, like if I'd lasted like another like 3-4 weeks or something of eating and like normally back then, and delayed starting whole foods, plant-based sort of stuff, would I have had an attack earlier? You know? So, I don't know. It seems promising that there's a few different things that I can do that don't involve going under the knife, but I'm kind of prepared for those to all be shot down. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Never mind. Well, anyway, yeah, Monday. Right, what we got going on tomorrow? Well, tomorrow is Saturday. Unfortunately, with everything that's been going on and Rowan not being well, I haven't painted any more of my stuff that I said I was going to paint. I'm probably still going to go and buy the miniatures that I wanted to get. Just because I think me and Saguta are going to take Rowan and we're going to go to Eastside Mall, maybe. Just to like pick up some extra groceries and stuff like that. And there's a store that sells the miniatures that I'm after next to Eastside Mall. That's my thinking anyway. No, yeah, I think honestly that's about it. Like, there's not really anything else that's going on. Actually, no, we've made a little bit of progress. We've been locking Dexter out of the bedroom for a very, very long time now, because what happens is it gets to around about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and he starts trying to wake us up. Because me and Saguta don't wake up to what he does, he goes and starts trying to eat Rowan. So for a few months now, we've not let him into the bedroom. We've just locked him out and kept him out of there. Last night, just because I was in and out of the bedroom to calm Rowan down and sort him out multiple times throughout the night, leading, while I was like editing the vlog and putting everything up, the cat went in and just lay down on the bed and went to sleep. And when I went to bed, I couldn't be bothered turning on the lights and finding him and stuff. I'd just wake everyone else up. So I just laid down in the bed and went to sleep as well. So yeah, like we all managed pretty well. Like, Dexter didn't try and eat anyone, which is pretty good. So he's been in there again tonight for a couple of hours. He's asleep on the windowsill over there now. But yeah, I think we made a bit of a breakthrough. I think he's figured out that, that room is for sleeping, and if you do anything that isn't sleeping, then you get kicked out of it. Maybe he might just be biding his time because he is a cat, What was that study? It's something like scientists have like figured out that cats understand a ridiculous amount of words that humans use, but like the cats just don't care to pay attention to them. It's something like there's an absolutely massive deficit of research into like the intelligence level of house cats and stuff, because when you put them under test conditions, it's completely a coin toss as to whether or not they actually abide by what they've done previously. Like, you can put a cat in a maze and it'll sit there and clean itself at the start of the maze for like 4 hours, maybe have a sleep, and then go off and finish it. Whereas the next cat you put in, it'll just go like straight through. You put the same cat in again and that one goes straight through, and then the next one just sits there and goes to sleep for 2 hours or whatever. You try giving them treats if they ring a bell, and they'll go over, ring the bell like 7 times, eat the treats, and then wander off and not come back again. Or you'll put them down in front of it and they'll just like wander off because they don't want a treat again. Like, cats are just mean. Like, they're not helpful, but we love them anyway because they're weird and strange creatures. Anyway. Oh, actually, there's a thought. That potatoes and green beans thing, I actually had 2 servings of that. That's the second serving. I suppose technically third. Like, the second serving that I put out for myself was everything that I didn't have a box for to put in the fridge. So I don't know, like it's cooled a bit, but if I can find a box, or if there's one being washed or something, then I can store the rest of that, and that'll be 3 or 4 meals of that, along with the giant stack of boxes of potatoes that I baked earlier on. Right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna like mess around and edit stuff together, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully with some interesting news or interesting things to see. Who knows? Who knows? Right, thank you very much for watching. Have a good one. See you next time. Bye bye.